morretas no faltan, las pa' casa aquí no se acaba.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thought I'd pick the camera up today. It is Wednesday. I've wrapped up check-ins for the day. It's a rest day, so I thought perfect day to pick up the camera and do a bit of a vlog. I'm gonna vlog over the next few days. I think I enjoyed doing that on the last video. Just like combining a few days over the week into a video. I think it works quite well. So just about to leave. I'm gonna go to the shops, pick up a few clothes. I've got a birthday trip actually that's gonna be happening in a few weeks to Ibiza. So I wanna have a few clothes for that. I might also show you some new sort of house improvements that we've made, some new plants and stuff like that. I'll do that later. But yeah, gonna go to the shops and I'll just probably go for a coffee or something as well. So bring you along. This is the outfit. Kind of a summery vibe. I've got the mules on. Hate them, I love them really. And linen trousers because it's, and a long top because it's sunny, but it's a bit windy today. Let's go. Alright, it's pulled up to shopping centre in Banús. So we're gonna have a look around the shops, let's have a little bit of a stroll. It's a lovely day, so. Okay, we're just in an espresso. Got a little top up. And there, we got a little free sample as well. Cheers, it's currently almost 6 o'clock in the evening. Alright, we're off to the shop. I've got to do a top-up shop. Did the main one start of the week, and then there's always gets to sort of this time of the week, a Thursday, and you just start needing stuff. So we're gonna go do that now. It's bank holiday as well in Spain and the UK, I think. So the shop closes early today, and then it's gonna be shut. So got to make sure we get what we need. Okay, back from the shop. A few honourable mentions. I'm not going to run through everything. It turned out to be like an expensive shop again. I said this on the last, was it last video? I don't know. On a previous video, whenever I do top-up shops, they end up being like full-on shops, but it is what it is. So a few Mercadona mentions for anyone who comes out to Spain. Mercadona is one of my favourite shops. It's not like super organic and healthy, but it's got some nice stuff in it. Gonna be doing like a bit of a barbecue this weekend, be a bit off plan for it. And for that, I've got a nice steak, which is going to be delicious on the grill. And then to accompany that, I'm going to have on the side something that if you're ever, look at those, wow. I think it is strawberry season, or at least it tastes like it is, because we went through a tray of those in 4 days. So that's, anyway, as I was saying, something you must get if you ever come to Mercadona is the tortilla from it. Absolutely delicious. The reason being, this one isn't that good, but it's usually a bit runny in the middle, and that's, if anyone knows a good tortilla, it needs to be runny in the middle. If not, it's not a tortilla, okay? So yeah, it's gonna go as like a little bit of a starter. So yeah, that's kind of it for mentions. I mean, it's really quite boring, the shop, so I'm not gonna go through too much of it. That's it, just a few, well, they're not essentials, we've got some other essentials, but they're boring, so I'll show them. We are out on a little walk down in Puente Romano, one of my favourite places in Marbella. I'm gonna walk the dog. I'm gonna go grab a coffee by the beach because it's a lovely day, and that's what life's for, isn't it? So look at it, it's just gorgeous. Staying for some coffee, chiringuito. Right, it's a bit of a barbecue today. It's technically bank holiday for everyone today. Not really for me, but funnily enough, I don't do check-ins on a Friday because I've completed them for the week. So yeah, kind of feeling like a bit of a bank holiday. As you've seen, they're probably just barbecuing, chilling on the terrace. And I'm going to show you some home improvements that we've made. First, we've got the addition of a few plants. So we've got that one, which is one of my personal favorites, along with a nice pot for it. We've got a couple in the back there. We also added a few over there in that bit. I don't know if you can see, but it was looking a bit bare. So what have we got on the barbecue? Chicken, very straightforward chicken breast. Gonna be having that with some tortilla, which you saw actually, I'm sure. I'm just keeping it pretty on plan. Holly's made the pizza doughs, so they're ready, and I'm gonna have pizza tonight, which is my cheat meal. So this barbecue, as cool as it looks, is just gonna be on plan. It's gonna be chicken breast with some potato. I mean, the tortilla's a bit off plan, but you know. All right, here it is. Tortilla, chicken breast. There's no veg, and I've been told off already, but I will be having veg. So yeah, this is it. Honestly, doesn't really get much better than this, does it? Sun, food, protein, peak life. Okay, it's Monday, picking the vlog back up. Just got back from the gym, just trained push today because it's Monday. I've got some content as well. Really picking up the content again for Instagram. Started posting a little bit less, but I've been coming up with a bit of a strategy on what I'm doing. But anyway, post-workout is going down, and I'm going to show you what I'm having. Very simple, easy carbs. We've got Weetabix. Not very cheap, it's very expensive in Spain for some reason. But yeah, nice and simple. What I'm gonna have with it is simply some unsweetened almond milk, and then I add the sweetening with some honey. So that's gonna be that. I've got a little bit more work to do. I've done most of my client check-ins. There's a few late ones, so I'm going to be cracking on with them after this. Mondays for me, I'm not saying for everyone, I do think they set the tone for the week a little bit for me in general. I really do believe starting it off with obviously work, whatever you do, exercise, getting moving, getting active, clean food, ideally prepping some meals on the Sunday night. That's what I used to do when I had a 9 to 5. I'm lucky that I can cook here now. That's the key for me. You need to start on the right foot. If you start off wrong and you go into Monday, you miss your session, you don't get active if you've got a session program, you're not active, you're lazy around a little bit, you don't have your meals prepped, or you don't follow, a good whole food clean day of eating, I just feel that has a knock-on effect for the rest of the week, and it can put you in a bad place. I think even things as simple as what I like, it sounds silly, but on a Sunday evening I like to make sure I'm shaved. I've done everything that I need to do, just feeling fresh and ready to go, rather than starting the week where you're like, shit, I've got to shave, I don't feel fresh, I don't feel whatever. I also get a haircut towards the back end of the week, so it's still fresh for Monday. So all of these things, I think, compound, and you start the week strong and continue it into the rest of the week. But I just don't know where I came up with that, just a little bit of wisdom, I guess. But anyway, I went about talking about my post-workout onto that. But yeah, we've got 4 Weetabix, and then I'm not going to measure the almond milk, and then I'll do probably around 15 grams of honey as well on top. Zero the scales with the honey on it, or with sauce on it. Apply. Look, I know exactly how much this is going to be. I've done it that many times. Oh, 16 grams, you can show that. you believe me, it's 16 grams. Perfect. Right, I'm gonna have this, and then we're gonna get into work a little bit more. Little snack there, dates, medjool dates with peanut butter inside, melt some chocolate, some dark chocolate on top, put them into the fridge, absolutely delicious. I'm trying to eat more sort of whole foods as well recently, which is a change I've made. I've never been that bad with eating processed or ultra processed foods, but there has been the odd time where I've opted for easy options and never, it's resulted in not being the best for my gut, not best for health in general. So a little bit of a change up in things, trying to eat more whole food, single ingredient foods. I'm gonna do a little sit down while I talk about my next goal, my physique goal. Obviously, if you've been following the channel recently, a lot of, it's quite fitting that the shoes are in the back, a lot of my training and my goal has been around a triathlon, which I've set myself the goal to do in September. I'm going to put that on pause ever so slightly over the next few weeks. I actually turned 29, it's my birthday in a couple of days time this week. For that, I'm going to be going away to Ibiza for my birthday, so a little trip away. Last time I went for my birthday, I was 97 kilograms, peak bulk, peak off season, preparing to compete in men's physique, which I ultimately didn't do in the end. I went through the off season, pushed myself to the limit, and I actually got into prep, got myself into pretty decent shape. But without digressing too much, my point was I wasn't feeling great. I didn't feel healthy. I didn't feel just fit in general, and I didn't like how I looked. My face was a lot rounder. My abs weren't that visible. I just wasn't really that lean. And this time around, what I want to do is do the complete opposite. Go away looking and feeling my absolute best. Feeling fit, healthy, being able to take my running shoes with me, get a couple runs in while I'm there, and also be looking exactly how I want to. Shredded, but with a nice amount of muscle still. So, as I was saying, my training with the amount of output I was doing has been, I've reduced it a little bit. I've taken the reins a little bit and reduced my output. I've increased my weight training again up to 4 days a week now instead of 3. And just bit by bit going to be prioritizing eating a little bit more for now, and then starting to pull back food for the final 2 to 3 weeks before I leave, just to get that bit leaner. So that's the plan at the moment. A bit more of a physique related goal, which is nice to have again. It's been quite a while since I've been on sort of endurance based goals. But with all of that I'm saying, I'm still going to be keeping up the running, the cycling. I'm going to make sure that I'm bringing a good look that I'm happy with when I go away. So that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. A little bit of a mix of everything, what I've been up to. And yeah, I'll be documenting moving ahead how things are moving with this new goal that I've got for a few weeks time. So thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned to the channel, subscribe if you're not already to not miss out on upcoming videos, and I'll catch you on the next one.